Ahoy mateys, and welcome back to another exciting development log of Colonial Sea Trader. So last time I mentioned that I had gone to an event and I'd showed off this game to a lot of people and I got a lot of really great feedback. One of the big things I noticed though was just running this compiled version of the code for somebody else. I managed to realize that there were a lot of things that I was lacking here. So one of the biggest things was just how long it took to play a game. So I spent the last week working on it. Watch this. Done. So the version I was running last week was taking over a minute to do that. And you saw that took what, about 6 or 7 seconds, and that's it. Huge improvement. And what it really came down to primarily was improving my pathfinding system. It's rather complex, but I improved the memory usage in the pathfinding. The pathfinding code was taking way longer than it should have. Another thing you'll notice, the labels here for the cities, they show the fancy font that I had been intending to show in the past. So that works out really cool, and I'm glad that's working now. One of the suggestions I had was people wanted to be able to see a city. So let's say that you're looking at cities that are close. Oops. You can select, I don't know why that's not working, but okay. You can select a few cities here that you want to look, and from this, you can tell, and maybe you want to sort on asking price. So you can see here these cities that are close that you're considering going to. You know, this is what the prices are for goods across the board. And these same things hold no matter what you set it to. So that was a suggestion that I had when I was at the event, and I thought it was a really great idea. So if we go here, Greenwich, another cool thing. So we just took on a mission to Tortuga. Let's go Dominique. Let's go Mina too. So they're all kind of in the same direction. Go back to the price list. Cities that I have missions to are highlighted red. I can still highlight these. The ones that I select will always show up on the top. The missions will show up there next, and then everything else will show up after there. You actually can't select one of the, looks like maybe you can select one of the mission ones, but the color doesn't actually change. Maybe I'll come up with some alternative color or something like that. Let me know what you think in the comments. But there, I've been working on that change. Along with this, there was a restart bug that was fixed. I did also make it so that you can click here in this white space area to dismiss dialogues. That was something a lot of people were having some issues with. Let's see, what else did I do? Did a few small improvements to this. The tooltip now shows the same kind of theme that they're shown in other places, which is kind of helpful. Port City also has the fancier dialogue like I had been trying to do in other places. This one also, you can click here in the black area and it will be dismissed. So a lot of little great UI improvements have been made. One little thing that I had noticed was when you complete a mission, when you complete not a mission, but there's some win conditions that are applied, right? So if you collect more than, I think 1,500 cash, it declares a win. So I'm actually fairly close to that right now. It's not doesn't do anything really interesting, but there you go. So what was happening before is you were seeing you win before it actually told you why you won. And so now it'll actually push it out in the order that these come in. So you can see what it was that tipped you over the balance. So what was happening is were some of these missions that were worth 1,000, which was what was tipping you over that 1,500 threshold that declared a win. There again, this 1,500 number, it's really just testing the mechanics. It's not something that I intend to actually keep for any length of time, but it was in there. A lot of other things changed. The city names here are now shown on the left, or left tabbed. Before they were center aligned, and so they had a kind of difficult to read format. Everything else is still centered. It fits nicely, but these left-hand values are centered to the left. There's still a little bit of a spacing issue with the text here that you can see. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do about that, but I'm certainly considering what my options are. So anyways, a lot of things have been done. Things are running a lot smoother than before, and I'm quite pleased with the changes. I still have a ton of stuff to do, but the major feedback from the event is already incorporated. I'd say this game is 3 times better than it was last week when I showed it off, and I couldn't be happier that it's improved so much. Anyways, that's really all I have for now. Thanks for joining us on this leg of the journey, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks for joining us.